Very often people wait. They wait for the right moment, for the right opportunity, for the perfect circumstances. And in this waiting, their life passes. Action is the antidote to fear. Action is the antidote to doubt. You may not know the path, but you must take the first step. If you do nothing, then nothing will change. But if you do something, anything, even the smallest movement, you begin to create momentum. Understand, obstacles are not here to stop you. They are here to strengthen you. Every resistance you face is the training ground for your spirit. Life is not waiting for you. It is already moving. The question is, are you moving with it or standing still, hoping that life will adjust itself to your hesitation? No, you must move. You must do something. And when you move with conviction, nothing can stop you. Many people live in the illusion that one day everything will align perfectly for them. They wait for the right circumstances, the right opportunities, the right support, and even the right emotions before they begin. This waiting becomes their way of life, and unknowingly, it becomes their prison. The problem with waiting is not that it gives you time to prepare, but that it convinces you that preparation without movement is progress. It is not. You can sit for years and tell yourself that you are getting ready, but readiness without action does not bring you closer to your goal. Life does not respond to potential energy, it responds to kinetic energy, movement, decisions, and actions taken in real time. If you wait for the day when you feel no fear, you will wait forever. Fear does not disappear before action, it dissolves through action. Waiting is comfortable, but comfort is not a teacher. Action, no matter how imperfect, is the only way forward. Consider the people who achieved mastery in any field: a martial artist, a writer, an inventor, a leader. None of them began with certainty. They did not wait until they knew every answer, until every condition favored them. They stepped into the unknown, into risk, into discomfort. They learned by doing. Waiting keeps you in theory. Action brings you into experience. You can read 1,000 books about swimming, but if you never enter the water, your knowledge is empty. In the same way, you can prepare endlessly for your dreams, but unless you take the step, you will never live them. Waiting convinces you that there will be a safer, easier, more comfortable path ahead. But this is an illusion. The path only reveals itself after you begin walking it. There is no clarity before action. Clarity is born from action. The seed does not wait for the perfect soil or the perfect weather. It breaks through whatever earth it is given, and only then does it discover what it is capable of becoming. The danger of waiting is subtle. It disguises itself as wisdom, as caution, as patience. You may even feel proud of how much you are planning. But you must ask yourself honestly, are you preparing or are you hiding? Fear of failure often wears the mask of patience. We say, I am not ready yet, when the truth is, we are afraid to fail. We say, I will start when conditions improve, when the truth is, we are avoiding the discomfort of uncertainty. But here is the paradox. Failure teaches faster than waiting. Even if you fall forward. Every mistake contains lessons that planning alone cannot give. The one who acts and fails 10 times learns more, grows more, and moves closer to mastery than the one who waits a lifetime without beginning. Failure refines you, but waiting weakens you. The longer you delay, the heavier your fear becomes, until even the smallest step feels impossible. And so, to break this cycle, you must replace waiting with doing. You must be willing to act while still uncertain, to step forward while still afraid, to create before you feel prepared. Do not look for guarantees, look for movement. Action is the bridge between who you are and who you want to be. The path is not revealed to those who wait. It is revealed to those who walk. Understand this. The world does not reward those who merely dream, it rewards those who act upon their dreams. Waiting may feel safe, but in reality it is the most dangerous choice, because it steals your most precious resource, time. Every moment you spend waiting for the perfect opportunity is a moment that could have been spent building, learning, growing. There will never be a perfect time. There will only ever be now. And if you act now, you will discover that movement itself opens doors that waiting never could. We often underestimate the power of small actions. We think only in terms of great leaps, dramatic breakthroughs, or sudden transformation. But the truth is, transformation is rarely explosive. It is gradual, like the rising of the sun. A small step may appear insignificant, but it contains within it the seed of motion. Once you move, you are no longer stuck. A drop of water may seem powerless, but drop after drop, it shapes the stone. The same is true for your life. Small, consistent actions shape your destiny. What keeps many people trapped is the belief that they must do everything at once, that success demands giant leaps, and so overwhelmed by the scale of their dreams, they do nothing. But small steps remove the burden of perfection. You do not need to move the mountain today. You only need to place one stone forward. Momentum is a mysterious force. At first, movement feels heavy, slow, and resistant, like pushing a great boulder. But with each small step, with each repeated action, the weight begins to shift. Once the boulder starts rolling, it carries its own energy forward. This is the power of momentum. Effort becomes easier, because the habit of doing replaces the paralysis of thinking. Imagine a person who begins by walking just 10 minutes each day. It seems small, almost meaningless, but after weeks, those 10 minutes become a habit, and the body craves more. Soon, the walk turns into a run, the run into strength, and the strength into confidence. From the outside, people will call it discipline, but it began with something so simple, so small, that it appeared unremarkable. Great transformations always look small at the beginning. The danger lies in dismissing small steps, because they appear too ordinary. We think, this is too little to make a difference, and so we ignore the action altogether. But life compounds effort in the same way that time compounds interest. One step today, another tomorrow, and soon you have traveled a path that once seemed impossible. The mind wants to see instant results, but growth is invisible at first. Seeds do not sprout overnight. Yet with each passing day, unseen roots strengthen beneath the soil. When you take small actions daily, even if you cannot see the immediate results, trust that invisible momentum is gathering. Suddenly one day the results appear, not because of one dramatic act, but because of hundreds of small, consistent ones. Success is never sudden. It is the accumulation of small steps taken faithfully despite doubt. Therefore, do not underestimate what seems small. Writing 1 page a day eventually becomes a book. Practicing one technique consistently becomes mastery. Reaching out to one person each day builds a network. Change does not demand that you climb the mountain in a single day. It demands only that you begin walking and refuse to stop. Each step you take removes the weight of inertia. Each action, no matter how small, tells your mind, I am moving. And once you are moving, momentum carries you further than you imagined possible. Remember, the first step may be the hardest, but it is also the most important. Without it, the journey remains a dream. With it, the dream begins to take shape. Small steps are not just small, they are the foundation of unstoppable momentum. When you encounter resistance in life, the first instinct is often to retreat. You may feel that obstacles are unfair, that they are signs you should stop, or that the universe is against you. But this is a misunderstanding. Obstacles are not barriers meant to defeat you. They are the very conditions required to strengthen you. Just as muscles grow only when they are challenged by resistance, your spirit grows only when tested by adversity. If life were smooth and without friction, you would remain soft, fragile, and unprepared for greater challenges. The obstacle is not your enemy. It is your teacher. The very thing you call problem is the training ground designed to awaken strength within you. Without resistance, there can be no growth. Without challenge, there can be no mastery. Think of a martial artist in training. If he only practices against weak opponents, he will never discover the full capacity of his skill. He may feel confident, but his confidence is an illusion, because it has not been tested. True strength reveals itself only when matched against resistance. The same is true in life. Challenges are the opponents that reveal the depth of your inner resources. When you face financial struggles, it forces you to become resourceful. When you face emotional setbacks, it teaches you resilience. When you face rejection, it teaches you patience and humility. Each obstacle sharpens a different part of your character, chiseling away weakness and carving strength into your being. If you can shift your perspective to see obstacles not as interruptions but as essential lessons, then every difficulty becomes an opportunity for inner growth. But many people resist this truth. They run from obstacles, avoid discomfort, and seek only the path of least resistance. Yet the path of least resistance leads to the weakest destination. A tree that grows in sheltered conditions, with no wind and no storms, grows tall but brittle. At the first strong wind it snaps. A tree that grows in harsh conditions, battered by wind, develops deep roots and strong branches. Its struggle becomes its strength. You are the same. Every obstacle that pushes against you is embedding deeper roots into your spirit, preparing you to withstand greater storms. The difference lies in perception. Do you see the storm as punishment, or do you recognize it as preparation? If you view obstacles as unfair, you will feel defeated. If you view them as training, you will feel empowered. The obstacle is the dojo of life, where your strength is forged. In time, when you look back, you will realize that the greatest obstacles you faced were the very experiences that built your greatest qualities. Without them, you would not have learned persistence, clarity, or courage. The mountain you climb today may exhaust you, but tomorrow it will give you the strength to climb higher peaks. Every difficulty is a stepping stone, shaping you into someone greater than you were before. Life is not designed to be easy. It is designed to awaken you, and the awakening does not come in comfort. It comes in struggle. Obstacles are not here to stop you. They are here to shape you. Once you understand this, you stop asking, "Why me?" and begin asking, "What is this teaching me?" And in that question lies the doorway to mastery. One of the greatest illusions we carry is that life will wait for us. We believe that time will pause until we are ready, until we have gathered enough strength, until we feel certain enough to begin. But life does not wait. Time moves forward, unbothered by your hesitation, unshaken by your fears. Every sunrise arrives, whether or not you choose to rise with it. Every season changes, whether or not you are prepared for change. And while you may stand still, lost in hesitation, life is flowing onward, carrying opportunities with it. To stand still is not truly to be still, it is to fall behind. For while you wait, others move. While you hesitate, chances fade. And when you finally decide, you may discover that the moment has already passed. Life does not pause for you, it demands that you move with it. Consider the river. It does not wait for the traveler who lingers too long at the shore. Its waters flow, carrying with them the chance for refreshment, for journey, for growth. If you hesitate too long, the current that could have carried you forward is already gone. Another current will come, but not the same one. In the same way, opportunities in life are not permanent fixtures. They are living currents, constantly moving. To believe that you can delay endlessly and still arrive at the same destination is a dangerous mistake. The truth is that delayed action always carries a cost. Sometimes the cost is external, the loss of an opportunity, the disappearance of a door once open. Other times the cost is internal, the weakening of your spirit, the dulling of your courage, the erosion of your will. The longer you wait, the heavier hesitation becomes, until movement itself feels impossible. And yet many people choose to wait because waiting feels safe. They tell themselves, tomorrow will be better. Next week I will start. Next year I will be ready. But tomorrow becomes next week. and next week becomes next year, and next year becomes a lifetime of regret. Waiting for life to pause is like waiting for the tide to stop rising. You may wait forever, but the tide will not obey. Time will not slow down because you are uncertain. It will not bend itself to your comfort. The hours pass, the years accumulate, and life is gone more quickly than we imagine. The tragedy is not that life moves fast, but that we move slowly. We assume we have more time than we do, and so we waste the time we are given. Life is not generous with second chances. It rewards those who step forward while the moment is alive. This is why urgency is not your enemy but your ally. To recognize that time moves without you is to awaken to the preciousness of the present moment. If you do not act now, when will you act? If you do not live today, when will you live? Life will not pause until your fear is gone, nor will it stop until your doubt is resolved. Fear is overcome by movement, not by waiting. Doubt is silenced by action, not by hesitation. And so you must learn to align yourself with the flow of life, to move with it rather than against it. When life advances and you advance with it, you feel a deep harmony, as if the river itself carries you. But if life advances and you remain frozen, you will always feel left behind. Time is not your servant, it is your companion. If you do not walk with it, it will walk without you. There is a profound difference between action taken with hesitation and action taken with conviction. Hesitation divides your energy. It scatters your focus and weakens your movement. Conviction unifies. It channels all of your strength, your mind, your spirit into a single direction. When you act with conviction, you do not merely move forward, you pierce through resistance. Obstacles that once appeared immovable begin to bend before the weight of your certainty. This is why two people can face the same challenge, yet one fails while the other succeeds. It is not luck, nor is it circumstance, it is conviction. The one who doubts is stopped by the first obstacle. The one who believes is not stopped at all, because within his heart the decision is already made. I will move forward, no matter what. Conviction transforms possibility into inevitability. Conviction is not arrogance. It is not the blind belief that you will never fall or never fail. Conviction is the inner knowing that even if you fall, you will rise again. Even if you fail, you will learn and continue. It is a commitment deeper than comfort, stronger than fear, more enduring than doubt. Conviction is born not from the absence of difficulty, but from the acceptance of difficulty. When you decide within yourself that nothing external has the power to break your inner direction, you become untouchable. Life may push you, but you will not retreat. Storms may arrive, but you will not collapse. The force of conviction is like a flame that cannot be extinguished by wind. It bends, it flickers, but it does not go out. And with every challenge, it grows brighter. History has shown us countless examples of conviction. Leaders who stood firm in the face of overwhelming odds. Inventors who continued after thousands of failures. Warriors who refused to bow even when defeat seemed certain. What they shared was not superhuman strength, but unshakable conviction. This conviction made them unstoppable, because they were not controlled by circumstances. They were not waiting for conditions to be favorable. They carried their own fire within them. Circumstances can block the path of hesitation, but they cannot block the path of conviction. When you are fully committed, you will find another way, another route, another possibility. The world bends before those who refuse to break, and when you embody this truth, you discover that external limits are far less important than internal determination. Conviction is what transforms effort into destiny. Without it, you may begin, but you will not continue. You may try, but you will not endure. With conviction, however, every setback becomes fuel. Every difficulty becomes training. Every failure becomes a step forward. Conviction aligns your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions into one unstoppable current. It is the force that turns dreams into reality. because dreams without conviction remain fantasies. To move with conviction is to declare to the world and to yourself, I am unshakable, I will not stop. And when you carry this spirit, nothing outside of you can truly defeat you. For life does not reward the hesitant, it rewards the committed. Conviction does not guarantee that the path will be easy, but it guarantees that you will keep walking the path until it becomes yours. So remember, waiting will keep you trapped, but action will set you free. Even the smallest step forward carries the power to create unstoppable momentum. And when obstacles rise before you, do not curse them, embrace them as the training grounds that are shaping you into someone stronger. Do not deceive yourself into thinking that life will pause until you are ready. Life moves with or without you, therefore move with it. And above all, carry conviction in your heart, because when you walk with conviction, hesitation loses its grip, obstacles lose their weight, and fear loses its voice. Conviction is the fire that makes you unstoppable. The choice is simple but not easy. Remain still and watch life pass you by, or take action step by step with clarity and courage. The path does not ask for perfection, it only asks that you begin. And once you begin, you will discover that nothing, truly nothing, can stop you.